Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today I have a really great video. It is a compilation video of all of my favorite Christmas DIYs that I've made since joining YouTube. I hope you enjoy this video and let's get started. So I have these little shadow boxes I got from Michael's. I'm just filling in where I took off the hangers. And then I have this beautiful paper that I got off of Amazon. And so I cut out a couple of pieces. And then I took some of my Waverly Antique Wax and waxed or stained the boxes. And then I did the edging of these pictures. And then I just took a glue stick and glued them right to the box. I did use the back, not the front. I didn't use it as a shadow box. But anyways, I took some Mod Podge, went over the picture, and then took some of that diamond dust that I love so much from Michael's, and I just sprinkled it right on top of the pictures. And then I took this little black and white gingham ribbon. I believe I got that at the Dollar Tree, and some of those pit berries, and that's it. Look at how beautiful. I love these so much. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I'm taking 3 of the Christmas tree wood cutouts from the Dollar Tree and 3 different papers that I had in one of my paper packs from, I believe it was Michael's. So I just, I traced everything and cut it all out, and I'm going to use the glue stick. And I'm going to glue the paper onto all of the wood cutouts. Then I'm just going to take my finger sander and go around and just make sure that I get all of the excess paper off. And then I just took a wipe with some antique wax and I went over the trees, the edges of the trees, sorry. Then I was trying to figure out which way I wanted to put the trees together. So this is what I decided on. And so what am I going to do? I don't know. This happened last year, so, ooh boy. So, okay, I'm taking my Arteza paint pens and I'm painting this little tree that's one of those ornaments, make your own ornaments, comes in a pack of 6 or something like that. And then I have some of these wood stars that I used my paint pens for as well and used the gold one. Then I'm hot gluing it all together. And then I'm going to hot glue the stars to the top of the trees. Then I have this Farm Fresh that I got. It was one of those packs with a bunch of words in it. And I used my paint pen for that as well as this tree and hot gluing them all. Then I took a skewer because this tree, the ornament thing, had little holes in it so you could put, make it look like there's ornaments on it. So I took the tree and the skewer, I cut the skewers, and then I painted them or colored them with the paint pen. And I put some more of that diamond dust on the stars and the word and the little tree. And that's it. I love it. So I have these circle ornaments. I believe I got them from Amazon. And some of this beautiful paper. It's the Stampara paper that I get from Amazon that I love so much. So I cut out a bunch of pieces, and there were some pieces that were small. So I used some of the excess paper from the trees to make a background for the smaller pieces of the paper. And then I glued them together, and I'm just going to put them aside. Then I'm taking my Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going over all of these rounds. Okay, so they were just rounds. They didn't have holes. So I put a hole in them. Anyway, then I am taking my glue stick, and I'm just adding them to the center of these little ornaments, and I'm going to cover them with Mod Podge so they don't go anywhere. Then I just took some jute, fed it through the holes, and voila, I have ornaments, and I think they're beautiful. Let me know what you think. For this next project, I'm using my little table saw, and I'm taking some of those, what are they? The block decor pieces, and I'm just cutting them at different lengths. I didn't really measure them or anything. So I was having a hard time taking the paper off. So what do? You paint over it, right? So that's what I did. I used my crimson from Waverly, and then I cut out the word believe using my Cricut, and I'm just going to add one letter to each of the blocks that I made. And once I got all of the letters on, I'm taking some Mod Podge and just going over everything to seal it. And then I am going to use some wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm going to glue all of the blocks together. Once they're all together, I'm taking some of the tumbling tower blocks. I took 6 of them. I doubled them up and added in 3 spots the blocks just to keep it upright. And then I'm taking that same Waverly chalk paint and painting the tumbling tower blocks. And that's it. How adorable. Let me know what you think. For this next one, I'm taking some of that cloth from the automotive section, and I just cut up. I think there were 2, but I don't really remember because it was a long time ago. So now I'm just going to wrap this whole wreath form with this cloth. Once that was all wrapped, I have this ornament that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just tied it around the top part of the wreath so it'll be hanging. And then I am going to take some of the greenery that I had. I believe I just had it kind of kicking around in my stash. So I just hot glued it right into place, sorry. And then I have some of this, like, I don't know, it almost looks like little pieces of glass. I got it from Michael's like years ago. So I added that in just to give it like a frosty look. And then I am going to take some berries, and I'm taking the red and the white berries, and I'm kind of mixing them all around the bottom part, like all on the greenery. Sorry, my words are escaping me right now. But as you can see here, I just kind of added it sporadically. Then I'm taking some of these pine cones, and I'm just going to hot glue those right in place on top of the berries. And that's it for this one. I think it came out so pretty. Let me know what you guys think. For this next one, I have this star wreath form from the Dollar Tree and some of this gold cording. I got it from BB Crafts. I will have the link down below. So I'm just taking that and the oh my goodness, my words. I'm just wrapping the entire star. There we go. And once I get to the end, I'm just going to cut it off. That's what you do. So it's all wrapped now. Now I have some of these jingle bells from the Dollar Tree. So I took a piece of the cording, I made a loop for the top to hang, and then I am going to take more of that cording and I just cut it at different lengths, and I just threaded it through two of the jingle bells, and those are going to hang from the wreath in the center. And then I'm going to take these two different ribbons from the Dollar Tree and I am going to make a bow to put on top. Once the bow is made, I'm going to hot glue it to the top, and then I add another jingle bell in the center of my bow. And that's it for this one. I think it came out super duper cute. Let me know what you guys think. For this next one, I have two tags. They were the ornaments I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am starting by sanding off all of that glitter. Anyway, I took my white Waverly chalk paint and I painted over the paper. And then I added some Mod Podge and I took two separate pieces of fabric from the Dollar Tree as well, and I added them to the tags. Now this second one, I have the one with the red truck, and I was able to get the red truck like centered at the bottom of the tag, which I thought was so cute when it was done. So I went around and trimmed off all of the excess fabric, and I'm just Mod Podging the edges just to make sure nothing gets pulled up. Then I'm going to hot glue them together, one on top of the other, obviously. And then I will add one of the ribbons back on so that there is a way to hang it. And that's it for this one. Super easy, super adorable. Let me know what you think. For this next one, I have 3 of the mason jar blocks, and I took all 3 and I covered them with the white Waverly chalk paint. And then I cut out some sayings or some words from or using my Cricut. Oh my word, I'm so sorry guys. I don't know what's going on with my mind. But anyways, I'm just going to add these words. I think some of them are Bible verses. I'm going to add them right to the top, right to the front of the mason jars. And I think they came out so beautiful. And then I'm just replacing the metal pieces from the mason jar, and I'm taking some twine and using it to make some bows. And then I'm just taking some of this greenery to stick under the bows just to give it a little more beauty. And there they are. I think they're so beautiful. I love these so much, even still. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next one, I obviously used my Cricut to cut out something. And now I am taking this shadow boxer. It's a decor piece from Hobby Lobby. I got it after 4th of July one year. It was like 90% off. So I just painted it with the white Waverly chalk paint and then distressed it with some of the antique wax. And I'm just going to take this cutout that I did, and I'm just going to add it right to the center inside the beads. And then once I got all of the vinyl on, I'm just taking some of the greenery that I used earlier, and I'm just adding it to the bottom of this sign, and that's it. I put a little bow from Hobby Lobby. I love them so much. Let me know what you think. So I have this little shelf decor piece from Dollar Tree, and I painted it with the white Waverly chalk paint, and then I printed out a Silent Night, Holy Night, and I am just going to add that to this shelf piece along with, as you could see there, the nativity scene. Once I was done with that, I had one of those wooden stars, and I'm just drilling a couple holes in it, apparently. No, I knew that was going to happen. And then I took my drill and drilled some more holes, and then I added the lights to the back of the sign and poked them through the holes, and look how beautiful this is. Oh, it's so pretty when it's lit up at night. Let me know what you guys think. So now I have these. They are ornaments from Amazon, and I am taking some of the white Waverly chalk. No, I'm not taking white Waverly chalk paint. I'm taking the antique wax. Oh my good grief. And I just printed out a bunch of sayings, and I'm just adding them to these wood pieces, and I'm going to make ornaments out of them. Once they're all on there, I do take some Mod Podge just to seal everything on so it's not falling off. And I think I misspelled one of them, so I had to put the pieces on like one letter at a time. But now I'm just taking the twine that came with it, and I am just going to make some hangers. There's the Mod Podge, and that's it. Look at how beautiful these are. Let me know what you guys think. So I had lost some of this footage. I had that cording from Hobby Lobby, and I got that ornament at Goodwill. And so I just went all around the ornament with that cording. And then I have this Merry Christmas banner. It came in like a 6-pack or 4-pack or something from the Dollar Tree. So I just painted that using one of the furniture markers, I believe. And then I have this ribbon. I just looped it around a few times and tied it in the center. And then I'm just going to hot glue it to the top of this ornament. Oh, I lied. I just tied it to it. Anyway, yeah, and I'm gonna hot glue that Merry Christmas banner on it. And I believe, yep, I'm using some greenery here just to judge up the bow a little bit. And then I took some of the greenery and I added it to the bottom of this, which will be a sign when it's done. And then I took a little bottle brush tree and hot glued that in the center. And that's it. How adorable is this? Let me know what you guys think. So this was another one. I kind of lost the footage, but I can explain it. It's one of those shelves from the dollar spot at Target. So I just painted the top of it and I made a little scenery with some of those metal houses or tin houses and a lot of bottle brush trees from the Dollar Tree. And I added some of that diamond dust from Michael's. And I think this is so beautiful. Let me know what you guys think of this one. So for this next project, I'm taking one of the chargers from the Dollar Tree and one of those plastic containers. I painted everything with the ink Waverly chalk paint, and then I hot glued the container to the top of the charger. And then I had this greenery and gold thing. I got it from the Target dollar spot. And so I'm just hot gluing it all around, not all around, in one area of the charger. And yeah, I hot glued all of those pieces together. And then I do have the cover, which you can see in the top left part of the frame. And so this can be used just as a display or, well, with the cover on it, or you can take the cover off it and you can fill it with whatever you want, candy or florals or whatever you want, like I said. So it's Frosty's hat, if you haven't noticed. I'm taking some of this spray Loctite and some of the diamond dust, and I just go over the whole thing. But look at how beautiful this came out. I love this piece so much, and I love this part. You put a tree in it. Now, I didn't decorate the tree, but you can. Let me know what you guys think of this one. So now I have this crate. It came in a 2-pack from the Target dollar spot, and I am using my moss chalk paint from Waverly, and I am painting the entire box. Well, I don't do the inside, but then I have these poinsettias from the Dollar Tree and this beautiful Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus I got from Hobby Lobby. I glued some of the floral foam in the center of this crate and then added the first family. Then I'm just taking some of the, well, all of the poinsettias that I had, and I am just covering all of the floral foam, and I love this. I think it's so beautiful. I can't tell you enough, but let me know what you guys think. So now I'm taking these 3 different sized glass jars from the Dollar Tree and a tray. It was like a nesting tray from Woodpecker's Crafts. So I took the 3 glasses, I painted them all with the white Waverly chalk paint, and then I taped off the bottom, and I'm using the antique wax. Now it gives it like a wood effect. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, I pulled off the tape. I don't remember where I saw it. I know She's So Crafty did something similar, so I guess I'll give her the credit for it because I know I've seen it in other places, but anyway. So I did use the Waverly antique wax on this box, and then I have this fencing that I got from Walmart. And I could only go around 3 sides, so that's what I did. I went around 3 sides of the crate, and then I'm hot gluing some of that gold cording to the glass pieces, and then I hot glue the glass pieces into the crate. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh, I did use some little pine cones too. I absolutely love this. Let me know what you guys think. Now I'm taking 8 of the, oh my good grief, the canvases from the Dollar Tree. And I'm cutting off all of the canvas part. And then I am going to hot glue them together and use some wood glue as well. So I'm making boxes with these. I'm sure you kind of could figure that out, but hey, just in case, I wanted to let you know. So once I get them all constructed, I'm going to take some of, first, I paint them white because they will show through. Then I'm taking this mesh, is it mesh? I guess it's mesh ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Kind of looks like snow on it. But anyways, I'm wrapping it around the boxes. I go around one side, and then I'm going to cover just the top part of the boxes with the mesh as well, and leave the bottom open, and you'll see why in just a little bit. And I'm doing the exact same thing with the bigger box. Then I'm going to take some of this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby. One of them is just silver. The other one has like snowflakes. They're both silver, but so I'm going to wrap them around the, let's see. So you see what I'm doing. I'm still leaving the bottom of the box open, but I'm going to wrap it around so that it looks like a present, if that makes any sense at all. Again, you can see what I'm doing here. You guys are so smart, you'll figure it out. So anyways, once I get all of the ribbon around the packages here, I'm going to start using the ribbon, and I'm going to be making a bow to put on both of these presents. So I've seen a lot of different crafters doing this bow this way. I guess I could say that I first saw it from Olivia at Olivia's Romantic Home. So all you do is you take the ribbon and you loop it around itself, and then you're gonna make little notches in the center, and then you're going to wrap or tie whatever you have in the center, and then you just take the bow and you just kind of fluff it out. And then when you get it as fluffy as you would like it, you just hot glue it right to the top of the present. And I did that with both. And then I added some fairy lights in the bottom, and that's it. I absolutely love these things. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next one, I'm taking a bunch of painter sticks, And I'm just going to cut them all to size, and then I'm going to use my Waverly Antique Wax to go over all of the wood pieces. Then I have some words. It's from Oh Come Let Us Adore Him. I cut those all out, and I'm going to add them to the paint sticks. So once I got all of the words added, I'm going to, boy, I'm really ahead of schedule here. Once I get them all on there, I'm going to hot glue and wood glue, I think, the pieces to this middle. Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing. And then, of course, I added a star on the top. So then I have this piece that I had from, it's from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing is, there was a little box at the bottom. So I took some of the tumbling tower blocks, and I made a space for the trunk of the tree to go, so that it would stand upright and not wiggle around too much. If I hope you can see what I'm doing. The way I edit, I have a hard time seeing the very bottom of the picture. But anyways, so I'm taking my white Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going over the wood pieces pretty heavy where the vinyl is. And then I'm going to pull up the vinyl, and there it is. How beautiful. I love how this came out. I hope you love it too. This next one is so simple. I have one of these glass blocks that I got from Michael's, and I cut out on using my Cricut, a beautiful, I want to say it was right from Design Space, but I might have made it. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. So anyway, it says Jesus is the reason for the season. So I put that on the glass block. And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking some of the red tissue paper that I had, and I'm just stuffing it inside the block. And that's going to make that vinyl just absolutely pop. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. It was so simple. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next one, I have one of the decor pieces from the Target dollar spot, and I am painting it white. Disregard the round white piece. We won't be using that. So I I cut out using my Cricut a nativity scene with the wise men and all of the animals, as you can see. It was in Cricut Design Space. I did not design this. But anyways, and then on the top part, I just put, Oh, come let us adore him. How appropriate, correct? So I thought it needed just a little something extra. So I took my black Arteza paint pen and I just went around the edge of it. And I think it came out so beautiful. I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think. So this, I forgot to hit the record button, but I did use one of my chalk couture transfers for this. And then I'm just taking some of this twine that I got from the Dollar Tree. It was actually from Halloween. So it's green. And then I got those mini bows on Amazon. They're so adorable. I love them so much. I'll have them linked in my store down below. So I added those to the top, and that's it for this one. I love this piece. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next project, I have these words that I got from Michael's, and it says merry and bright, and I was trying to decide which blank I was going to use. So I painted them using that brushed silver from, I think it was Folk Art, I believe. And then I used some of that diamond dust on the words. And then I took this blank, which I got from Michael's as well, and I used some of my terracotta paint for the inside of the, I don't know, the frame. And I used the white Waverly chalk paint. It was Ocean Cavern from the terracotta paint. So I glued the words down, and then I am just using some of the greenery and one of the, actually I think I used more than one, I think I used 3 of the little poinsettias from the Dollar Tree, and then I added some of the leaves from the poinsettias. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This one I did this year, and I can't remember. Oh, my memory is so bad. But anyways, I think this came out so beautiful. I love this one so much. Let me know what you think. So for this next project, I have more of those words. Those say Merry Christmas. And then I have some little trees from the Dollar Tree. And this wood round, there were 2 in a pack, came from Michael's. So I'm just going to take some painter's tape, and I am going to make some lines. That's not right, but you get it. So I put some Mod Podge on so that it would help with any bleeding under the tape. And then I took my, oh my good grief, my Crimson Waverly chalk paint, and I painted that. Then I took some of my Arteza gel pens, and I colored in the Merry Christmas part as well as the trees. Now I'm just going to take the wood round, and I am going to add the Merry Christmas and the trees to it. Once I got everything glued down, I'm taking a couple of ribbons from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a cute little bow. I just do the awareness ribbon, cinch it in the center, and then wrap some twine around and tie it in the center. And then I do usually take another piece of the ribbon and I hot glue it to the center around the bow just to hide the twine. Once the bow is made, I'm just going to hot glue it right to the top of the wood round. Then I'm just going to take a couple pieces of the greenery that I used earlier, and I am going to add that right under the bow, along with one of the big, berries that comes in a bag. There's 6 or 7 in a bag. They're huge. But anyways, there they are. And here it is, all done. I think it's so adorable. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I have this wood blank from Michaels as well. And I wanted a green, like a deep green, and I didn't have one. So I just took my moss and I took a bunch of, like, I put some black in and some, I don't know. I put a bunch of colors in to make this beautiful deep green color. So once I got the color that I was looking for, I just went ahead and I painted this entire piece with that color. Then I took one of the Dollar Tree trees and I painted that with the same color. Then I took some words that I cut out using my Cricut and I added them to this wood piece. And yes, I know it should have said fresh cut, not fresh picked. But hey, you gotta pick out the tree for them to cut it down, right? So, or somebody had to pick it out. So anyway, once I had the vinyl on, now I'm going over the entire thing with some of the white Waverly chalk paint, and I'm doing it heavier over the vinyl words than the rest of the board. And then I'm just going to go around the edge of this tree and just give it some snow effect. Once I was done with that, I'm just going to go through and I'm peeling up all of the vinyl that I put down. I love this piece. I think it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. So then I'm going to take the tree and I'm going to glue that right in place. How stinking cute is this sign? I love it so much. Then I'm just taking some twine and I'm going to wrap it around two of my fingers, and then I will tie it in the center and just making a little bow to put on the top of the tree. Then I'm taking the twine and I'm going to wrap it around the end of the sign and just give it a little extra something. And that's it for this one. Oh my goodness, I am so proud of this one. I love this one so much. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next one, I have these two rice papers I got from my Victorian Heart. I will have them linked down below, or I'll have her website linked down below. Now I'm taking a bunch of painter's sticks and I'm flipping them so that they alternate, the handle alternates from right to left. And then I'm going to take some wood glue and I'm gluing them together, and then I tape them just to hold them together. It's kind of a long process. My clamps were not working. They were just snapping right up. So yeah, just going through, glue everything, tape everything, and then I'll untape them and glue more pieces together. And then I will use the extra sticks for the back. So they're not, you can see they're not long enough. So what I do is I do two up top, one at the bottom, and then I take some extra pieces that I have and I'm going to use those to fill in the blank spaces. Oh, there's Nico. Hi, Nico. Oh, and there's Skylar. They like to watch me craft. So anyway, once I get those pieces on the back, then it is much more stable. So I'm going to take my rice paper and I'm just going to tear all of the edges because I don't want any harsh lines on this. And then once I've got them all torn apart, not torn apart, you know what I mean, and I know that the size is right, I'm going to go around and I stain one of them using the Waverly Antique Wax, and I paint the other one with the white Waverly chalk paint. Then I'm going to go around with my Mod Podge. Because the rice paper is thicker than, say, tissue paper or a napkin, it's so much easier to use with the Mod Podge. I have a hard time with the Mod Podge and, the other pages, the napkins or the tissue paper. But this stuff is amazing. I love working with this rice paper. It's so beautiful too. So that's a bonus. So once I am done with that one, I'm going to do the same thing with this print. Then I am taking some of that cording that I get from Amazon, and I'm going to go around this whole picture with that cording. I just thought it needed a little something extra. And then once that's done, I'm going to use that cording on the back to make a hanger. Then I'm going to take one of these mini wreaths that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're in the section with the mini trees and all the mini decorations. So I'm going to hang that on the picture where the window for the upstairs would be. Anyway, and then I'm going to place the snowflakes that I got in the same area of Hobby Lobby, just kind of sporadically around the picture. And then I take my lighter to kind of burn off the fuzzies from that cording. And yep, now I'm going to take that same cording and make the hanger like I already said. Now for this one, I have this edging, and I know I got it at Hobby Lobby. I can't remember where. Obviously in the Christmas section. I just don't remember which part. But anyways, I am just going to frame the picture with this edging stuff. I don't know what it's called. But it's very pretty. It's white and sparkly and just very pretty. So anyway, I framed this entire picture with it. Then let's see, what am I doing now? Lord have mercy. Okay, so now I'm taking this beautiful ribbon that has a barn on it. I got it from, I believe I got it from Hobby Lobby. If not, it was Michael's. So anyway, I do the awareness ribbon, cinch it in the center, tie it with twine, and then I just cover the twine with another piece of ribbon, and I'm going to glue that right at the top there. Then I believe, so I'm putting one of those snowflakes, the bigger snowflakes. Now I'm taking this diamond dust, and what I'm doing is anywhere that there is snow on the ground, not anywhere, just kind of around the truck, I'm putting some Mod Podge and then some of that diamond dust. And then I did the same thing on the tree just to kind of pretty that up a little bit. And then I just dump out the excess, put that back because, the stuff is precious. And that's it for these. I absolutely love these. These have to be one of my favorites from this year. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I have these little mason jars I got from Woodpecker's Crafts, and I am going to paint one with the crimson red, one with the Waverly white, and one with the aged pine. That one's a folk art. And then I did a wood round that I got from Amazon in like a pack of 10 or something like that, with the Waverly antique wax. Then I have these rub-on transfers that I also got from Amazon, and I just cut out the words that I was going to use for these 3 mason jars, and I'm just rubbing them on. Now, these both have the words kind of going down but facing the side, but the Noel that I'm going to use actually was going down like vertically, and I didn't, but they were, the words or the letters were going vertically as well. So I had to cut them piece by piece and add them that way so that they were all kind of facing the same direction. Then I'm taking some of the cording, that jute cording that I get from Amazon, and I just wrapped it around the top of the mason jars. And then I took the Merry Christmas word, and I'm just going to add that to the top part of this wood round. And then I also took some, their branches, and there's a cardinal on it. And then I just hot glue the mason jars on and add a hanger and a little bow, and that's it. How adorable is this piece? I love it. Let me know what you guys think. I wanted to let you all know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page. I will have all of those links in my description box down below. Stop on by and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. For this next project, I have these 2 houses I got from the Target Dollar Spot, and one of them had like a chalkboard back. So I'm just painting that with my white Waverly chalk paint. Then I have some of these transfers, the rub-on transfers I got from Amazon. They will be in my Amazon store, and that link will be down below. So I just picked 2 that I thought would work well, and I just added them to the back of each of the little houses. Then I thought it needed a little something extra, so I took my terracotta paint. I believe it is called red clay, and I am just going around the rim, like the edge, as you can see there. Then I'm just going to take some greenery from the Dollar Tree and add that to the points of the houses, and then some of those little mini bows. They're so adorable. I love them. Let me know what you guys think of this one. So I have one of these chalkboard decor pieces from the Target Dollar Spot, and one of my Chalk Couture transfers. I'm no longer a designer, but I do know people. So if you're interested in anything Chalk Couture, let me know and I will send you their way. So I'm just using some of the silver, the red, the white, and this just comes out so beautiful. I love, love, love this. Look at that. Everything is so clean and crisp. It's beautiful. So now I'm taking this natural and red twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap it around. Well, first I'm moving the hangers, then I'm going to wrap it around the ends of both. Sorry, I'm gonna wrap it around both ends. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then I'm just going to add the hanger. I just added one in the center, and that's it. Look at how gorgeous this is. Oh, I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think of this one. So this next one, I got these little ice skates from the Target dollar spot, the little snowflakes from Amazon, and the picture I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So I am first going to take that same green that I used in the previous, one of my previous projects with the tree and the fresh picked trees. Anyway, I used that same green. I gave it 2 coats. Now I'm taking those little snowflakes and I'm going to add them to the sides of the ice skates. And then I just have some of those little white berries from some of the picks from the Dollar Tree. And I kind of added them to the snowflakes. I don't know. I was envisioning little pom-poms. I don't know. Did I accomplish it? I don't know. So anyway, I am just going to, you saw me with my little heat gun. I just wanted to make sure everything was dry. And then I'm just going to position these skates where I want them on this picture. And I'm going to hot glue them right into place. And I do take the piece of twine that is connecting them, and I just like tacked it. You'll see in a minute. I'm just tacking it into place, almost like they're hanging from something. I wasn't sure what they were going to be hanging from, but I just wanted the like the rope to be kind of taut. So now I'm taking some more of those snowflakes and I'm just going to hot glue them all around the picture in no particular order or placement. And then I have this beautiful like flocked greenery from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use that and place just a bunch of different pieces up in that corner. And then I'm going to finish it off with some of those big red berries that came like 6 or 8 in a bag. And that's it. I love this piece. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next one, I have those snowshoes and the sled, both from the Target dollar spot. I got them last year. And then I'm using the brushed silver and the crimson to paint the sled. Now I'm just marking the sled where the snowshoes are going to touch it, because I'm going to use some E6000 and some hot glue, and I didn't want to put it in places where it wasn't going to touch the sled, because that would just be my luck and then it would fall off. So anyhow, that was my plan doing that. Then I'm going to take more of that jute cording, and where the snowshoes touch at the base, I'm just wrapping it around. I wanted something a little stronger there to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to start taking some of the floral, the different like winter greeneries, I should say, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to fill the inside space where you see right there with the greenery. And then I am going to add some poinsettias to this, and then I'm going to take, what am I going to take? I think I'm going to take some ribbon, and I am going to make a bow to place on it. So I end up hot gluing the bow right into the center at the top, and then I am going to go through and I'm going to add some berries all over it. And then lastly, I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to reattach the hanger that was already on it. And that's it for this one. I think it came out super adorable. You have to let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this next one, I have these wooden ice skates from the Dollar Tree, and then this sled from the Target Dollar Spot, and this sled is from this year. So what I'm doing is I am coloring with my Arteza gel pens. I'm coloring the ice skates. And like every part of the ice skate. Then I'm gonna take one of those cloths from the automotive section, and I'm just going to cut off a couple small pieces, and I'm gonna use that for the very top of the ice skates so that they look nice and fuzzy up there. And then once I have that done, I'm going to take some of those little snowflakes, and I actually think these are the bigger ones, and I just add one on each of the skates, and then I'm just going to hot glue them to the sled. Then I'm going to take these rub-on transfers, they're little letters, and Sarah from Sunflowers and DIYing sent them to me, and I am just going to spell out "Let It Snow" on the very top of the sled. Once that's done, I'm just going to take some greenery and tuck it behind the skates where the furry stuff is. And then I'm gonna take some of these white berries that come from a pick from the Dollar Tree. Actually, I think they come from one of those like candle rings, you know, the ring that you put around your candle. Anyway, we'll go with picks. How's that? So, anywho, then I took that edging, the sparkly white edging, and I just added that onto the fuzz at the top there so that, I don't know, I just thought it would sparkle better and look better. So that was what I decided to do. So anyway, that's it. I think this is so adorable. I think the skates came out beautifully. Let me know what you guys think. So for this next project, I have that wooden blank from Michael's, and I painted it with Waverly white chalk paint, and then one of the square planks from the Dollar Tree I painted with the chalkboard paint. And then I used my Cricut and cut out Days Till Christmas and one of the whoa, getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so I took my paintbrush with the black on it, and I just went around the edge of it just to kind of, I don't know, age it a little bit, distress it a little bit. Then I'm going to take some of this cording and I'm going all around the inside and around that black plank. Then I am using some more of that for the hanger, and I just wrote a 25 on it with my little chalkboard or my chalk pen thing from Dollar Tree. Let me know what you think of that one. Now I have these door tags. There's some that look like tags and some that are just rectangular. And I used all of those colors because I don't know what colors I just showed you. And some vinyl. And I used some of the vinyl as like stencil, and then some of it I just used and put it right on there and left it there. And these came, I'm sorry, they're going really, really fast, but these came out so beautiful. I love them. I used a lot of the new colors from Waverly, and then I used that Age Pine from Folk Art. And they came out so pretty. And then I just embellished all of them in different ways. And they're my two pups. Anyway, I embellished all of them in different ways, and they all came out so adorable. See, I told you they came out beautiful. I love them so, so much. And I did do a distressing or dry brushing on them as well. Let me know what you guys think. So I have this crate from last year at the Target Dollar Spot, and then the deer were from the Target Dollar Spot as well. So I used my Cricut and I cut out the words, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas," and I am adding it to the front of what is going to be a centerpiece. So once I got the vinyl all on, I am taking that floral foam block and I'm hot gluing it to the bottom. I'm taking 2 of the white Christmas trees from the Dollar Tree and 1 of the iridescent ones. And now I'm just kind of fluffing them up and doing all that good stuff. Then I'm taking some of those fuzzy cloths from the automotive section, and I put that in the bottom so it looks like snow. And then I have some of these blue, they're called cool lights from For You. I will have them linked down below if I remember. And I am just, at first I was going to just leave the lights on the bottom, but then I just wove them into all of the trees. I added the deer, and I think this is stunning. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, here we go. I have the shadow box from Michael's, crate from Dollar Tree. The thing that I just showed, the square thing, was from a 3-pack from Target. The circle was from Michael's, and then the leprechaun was from the Dollar Tree as well. Whew. I used Ocean from Waverly, and I used that on all of them. And there's Nico. Say hi, Nico. Hi, Nico. So I think I already did the snowflake. So I had one of the snowflakes that came like 3 or 4 in a string last year from the Dollar Tree, and I painted one of them white. And now I'm showing off my light pad and using it to weed all of the stuff I cut out. So there's the snowflake I painted white from Waverly, and I'm just hot gluing that right inside that little shadow box from Michael's. Then I just added some of the mini snowflakes to that big snowflake. And then I am just going to take one of those little mini bows, add that right to the corner, and that's it for this one. How adorable is that? Now the crate I am using some of my vinyl again, and I just wrote out, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And once I got the vinyl on, I'm just going to take some of the greenery from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to embellish the top of the crate. And that's it for this one. Oh, and I added that little bow. Oh, those bows are just so adorable. I love them so much. So this one, I just used my Cricut, and I found this image on Design Space, and I just added it to this circle, and I put the snowflakes strategically so that the piece wouldn't roll around. So, and it just says, "Let it snow." How adorable is that? Now this one is another image from Cricut Design Space. It says Frosty's Cafe. It's so adorable. I love this so much. Now I had to cut it into two pieces because the small lettering on the bottom was a bit of a challenge to weed. But I mean, the end result is just too stinking cute. I mean, am I right or am I right? Too stinking cute. Love it. And then this last one here just says sweater weather. And I think it's too stinking adorable. I added one of those little bows, and I added a couple little tiny pieces of the greenery to the very top, and that's it. These blue ones were all part of a single challenge, and I think that they came out so adorable. I love all of them. Look at how cute. Oh my good grief. Too cute. Let me know what you guys think of all of those. Okay. Here I have one of those decor blocks and one of the rings from like that 3-pack that you get at the Dollar Tree, and a couple tumbling tower blocks. Now you needed to use the tumbling tower blocks to hold the ring up. So I ended up using 6 of them, 3 on each side, and hot glued everything together and did some E6000. Then I took some Christmas balls and, I painted everything white with the Waverly chalk paint. Obviously, I painted it because it doesn't look the same. Anyway, so once I was done with that, I took 3 of the Christmas balls and I tied them so that they were at different lengths. And I wanted them to all kind of be dangling. And once I got them the length that I wanted, I'm taking some more of that like flocked greenery stuff from the Dollar Tree, and I am just hot gluing it to that decor piece at the bottom. I just want to basically cover all of the tumbling tower blocks. And then I used one of those like champagne colored poinsettias, and I hot glued that in the center. Then I'm going to use another string of those fairy lights for On For You. And I just hot glued the first one down and wrapped it all around the hoop and down into the greenery as well. And then I hot glued the battery pack to the back with the screw part sticking out in case I needed to change the battery. And then I used some of the mini Christmas balls that I had, and I just kind of added some on the ends of either side. And then once that's done, I have this gorgeous ribbon from Michaels. I got it 90% off last year, and it's so beautiful, but there's a lot of glitter on it, guys. So using a glittery one and then a mesh with glitter on that one as well. But anyways, so I do the awareness ribbon, cinch it in the center, and then when I'm going to add that piece in the center of the bow to cover the jute, I wrap it around this the ring as well, and that kind of keeps it into place. And I don't know, I just thought it would look better, and it hides the back of the bow. And again, I just think it will stay in place better if it's wrapped around the ring itself as well. But anyways, that's it. This is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, this next one, I have one of those smaller decor block pieces, some beautiful paper from Michaels, a J and a Y, a Christmas ornament, and that wire. So I am picking out the color paper that I want to use. And once I decide on the red, I take my terracotta red clay paint and I paint the block, but I use some cork sheet for the bottom so it doesn't scratch anything. Then I trace and cut out the paper that I'm going to use, and I'm just using a glue stick to add the paper to the letters. I can't talk. I do end up painting the backs of the letters with that same red clay. But for now, I'm taking some of this wire. It's thick enough where it's going to hold the ornament, but thin enough that it's pliable, if that makes sense, because I'm not very strong. I mean, let's be honest here. So anyway, once I get it shaped the way I want, I just take my drill and I'm making a hole so that I can fit that wire inside. And then I added some of that cement all stuff, and I did put some hot glue around the bottom of it as well. And then I'm going to glue the letters in place. And then I'm just taking some greenery and I am going to put some on the bottom. And I put some around the letters too, like on top of the letters and like in between, you know, the Y. You'll see. There it is. But anyways, that's it. This one was so simple and I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. I have these IOD molds And I tried using the clay, and it was a disaster. Now I've been told that I'm supposed to put the clay in the fridge for a little bit, or maybe the molds in the fridge for a little bit. I don't know. I scrapped most of those. Then I just took some resin. I mixed some resin up and I poured that into the molds. And that worked so well. But I only had the clear resin, so I have since bought some of the white, and I haven't tried it yet, but I will. So I got this box at one of my local thrift stores for $5, I think it was. No, it was $3, I think. And I'm taking some super glue, or that like fix-all stuff, and some hot glue, and I am gluing them onto these resin pieces onto the box. I know it looks hideous, but trust me, just stick with me for a second here. So, so I'm gluing them into place. I do it on both sides, and then I take some of the holly leaves and I use those for the shorter side. Then I'm taking my white Waverly chalk paint and I am going over the entire box, including all of the resin pieces with my chalk paint. And as you'll see in half a second, I needed to do multiple coats. I did 2 coats, I think. And then I just took one of those chippy brushes with some of the Waverly Antique Wax, and I went over all of the resin pieces with the antique wax. And it really brought out all the detail and just really made it pop. I love this piece. And then once I went over all of the pieces, I just went around the edging and I just did a very light brushing around all of the edges. And then the last thing I did was I took a smaller brush and I went around that very top rim with the antique wax, and I just brushed it on and then wiped it off. So it just gave it a tiny bit of color. But I love this box. Let me know what you guys think. So this next one was fun, and I didn't even ruin anything. So I melted some of the wax candles from the Dollar Tree. I put them in the oven at like, I don't know, 250, I think. I saw Bargain Bethany does it that way, and I didn't have very good luck when I used my stovetop. I will add a link in my description box to the last time for the last time I tried to make candles, and I ended up dropping a glass piece with hot wax in it. So anyways, so I let them all cool down, and then I trimmed down the wicks, and now I'm just going to take 4 smaller rub-on transfers and adding it just to one side of these dishes. And these dishes I got at a local thrift store, and they were like $4, I think, or $5, but it was half price, so $2.50 for 4. Great deal. They all came out really, really pretty. I added some scent to them, and they're beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Whew, I'm done with that one. So this piece, I don't even know what it is, but it had little lines in it. I tried to do a light dry brushing, but I ended up having to go back and add more white. So I used my Arteza paint pens, and I colored in the star, and then I took one of those furniture markers from the Dollar Tree and did the rest of it with that one, and I believe it was mahogany or cherry. And now I'm just hot gluing it right to this piece, and you can see where I added more white paint. Now I'm going to take some of those snowflakes. that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am just going to hot glue them all over this picture. I added one of those little mini bows, and that's it for this one. I think it's adorable, of course. I absolutely love the Nativity. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this was the first time I used like any kind of a real power tool other than like a drill. So I went to a local hardware store and I had them cut these pieces to the lengths that I need because I don't have woodworking tools right now because we're in the apartment. So, but I did get this brad nailer from Amazon. It works pretty good. It was pretty cheap, but it works good. So I am taking 4 pieces and I am nailing them together. That's it. No, just kidding. It's just one part, silly. Okay, so I'm making like a tube. Now I have 2 pieces of wood. One was 4 inches, one was 12 inches. I added those on top of each other and then added it to the post. And now I'm doing the same thing with the top one. Now, I wasn't really paying attention, so they're not exactly facing the same direction, but they're pretty close. So anyways, once I got them all kind of nailed together, glued and nailed together, I'm taking some of my white. No, I'm not taking white. I'm taking the ink, and I just painted that whole post. Then I got this lantern at a local thrift store, and I used the same ink for that. And then I ended up gluing that to the top of the post. That was kind of an afterthought. I did it later. Anyway, just added some greenery and some of that garland down the post. I figured this way I can change out the greenery for the seasons, but I think it came out adorable. Let me know what you guys think. So this next one was a challenge that I did with Ellie from DIY from house to home, and it was all about contact paper. So I'm taking one of these blocks and I added some contact paper, and then I took some paint that I got from that Chocola place, and it's an acrylic paint, which it says right there. Anyway, I painted the sides of this block and then put the cork sheet at the bottom of that as well. And then I'm taking my white Waverly chalk paint and I painted the inside, and then took the green, the aged pine from Folk Art, and did the frame of these houses. Then I took some of these rub-on transfers that I got from Amazon, and again, I will have them in my store, and I'm just adding them to these houses. And then once that's done, I am gluing the houses together. So the front house, did I do it on top? Yeah, I did it on top of the other 2. And then I just hot glued all 3 of them onto the block. Then I'm taking some of the little bottle brush trees and I'm adding them just to the sides of the houses. And then I'm taking some of that natural and red jute. I'm just wrapping it around my fingers a few times and making 3 finger bows, one for each of the houses. And that's it. How adorable and simple is this? Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so now I have one of the wood rounds, another one of those decor blocks, some words that were sent to me by Tammy from the Rusted Willow. We had a mystery box swap, and she sent me my box and all these goodies. So I used the letters. But anyway, so I'm using this marble contact paper. My goodness, I'm losing my words. And then I also had one of those houses from the Dollar Tree, and I covered that one as well with the same marble contact paper. Whew. So I used the crimson Waverly chalk paint and painted the words, and then I had one of those big bottle brush trees. I added that, and now I have a little sleigh, and I changed out the greenery because it was too big and bulky. The stuff they had on it was kind of tacky looking, so I just kind of fixed it a little bit, and then I took 2 of these white bottle brush trees and hot glued them right in place. And then I added that sleigh to the block. I think I'm getting tired, guys. So anyway, and then I took some of that same twine, the red natural, made a bow for the top. Then I took more of these fairy lights, and I'm going around the circle. And I hot glued that block to the wood round. Oh my good grief. So anyway, I went around the wood round, and then I wrapped the lights around the Christmas tree as well. Apparently I didn't hot glue the sled or sleigh when I said I did, but now I have. And that's it. How stinking cute is this piece? I think it's so adorable, especially lit up. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so I have these frames that I got from Tammy from the Rusted Willow, and I am just tracing them on a piece of cardboard, hot chocolate cardboard, if you must know. And then I am going to take some more of this contact paper, and I'm just adding it to the cardboard, and then I hot glued it onto these wood pieces, and then I'm going to take 2 rub-on transfers, and I'm going to add those to the contact paper. Pretty simple, right? But so adorable once it's finished. So one of the images had a pine cone, and one of them had some jingle bells. So I used some greenery and some berries, and in one of them I used a pine cone, and in the other I used some jingle bells, and they came out so stinking cute. And I love those wood frames. They were like beat up, and there were like pieces missing from them, but so gorgeous. Anyway, I fell in love with them. Look at how stinking cute they are. I added some greenery and some bows on a corner, and that's it. Let me know what you guys think. So I have these cone trees that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were 60% off, and some of this red and white, like big, fat, fluffy yarn. So I painted the very base of these trees in my truffle paint. And now I'm taking some of the red, and I'm going to go around. This is the smaller tree. So I go around the bottom and then up. And I believe I do 3 rows of the red and then 3 of the white on the smaller one. And then I do 5 and 5 on the bigger one, as you'll see shortly. Then once I have those 2 done, I take these 3 trees that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm taking the tinsel off because, I mean, it's tinsel. So anyway, I take it off all 3 of them. So one of these trees I do in all red, one I do in all white, and then one I do like 2 rows of red and 2 rows of white all the way up the tree. And that's it. Look at how stinking cute these are. My little candy cane forest. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of them. So these 2, I don't know, I'm going to call them vases because I don't know what they're called. They came in the grab bags or grab boxes from Michael's last Christmas. So I ended up with 2 of them. I was so excited. I thought they were so pretty. And then I have these beautiful floral picks from Michael's as well. And I am just going to, what I do is I cut all of the pieces off and then I divide it between the 2 pieces. Now there wasn't enough, so I ended up taking some oh my good grief, some picks from the Dollar Tree and cut those up as well and kind of divide those as well. And in the end, you wouldn't even know that there's Dollar Tree stuff in there. It came out so beautiful. I absolutely love how these came out. Look at how beautiful they are. Oh my good grief. I love them so, so much. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, now I have these 2 candle holders. They're frosted, and 2 vases from the Dollar Tree. And I'm taking some hot glue and some E6000 and I'm gluing them together. I know you all have seen this a billion times, but I wanted to make my version, so here we go. Once I get them all glued together, I have this ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am just using the ribbon to cover where the 2 pieces of glass meet. Once I get that done, I am going to make a bow for each of those. And the bow is going to be hot glued right where the 2 pieces meet, like the 2 ends meet, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I've been doing this a while, guys. I'm tired. So yeah, I make the bow, hot glue the bow into place, and then if we ever can make it that far, I'll tell you what happens next. Okay, so I got this box of candles. They were $3. It was 90% off. So I am taking 2 of the votives and some of that diamond dust, and I wanted to put just enough in there to cover where you could see the glue from the inside of the lantern. But that's it. I added the candles, and how gorgeous did they come out? Seriously, guys. Okay, for this next one, I have this wood blank I got from Michael's. I painted the inside with the Waverly White chalk paint, and the rim was one of the markers from the Dollar Tree, the furniture markers. There, it was the cherry, I believe. Now I'm taking a skewer, and I am just going to cut it up at all different lengths. I do end up using, I want to say it was 2, but possibly 3 skewers. I'm pretty sure it was 2. So I am I'm coloring these skewers in the brown and then the green. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm making Christmas trees with these skewers. So I am going to hot glue the brown piece vertically, and then the green pieces are going to be horizontally. I'm putting one of the skewers in the center or in between each piece because I want them to be spaced apart. I don't want them to be on top of each other. I hope that makes sense. But if you watch, you'll see what I mean. And then I am taking some more of those mini snowflakes, and I'm just kind of placing them all around this picture. And then I do add one on each corner at the top of this little picture. I guess it's going to be like a shelf sitter because it doesn't really have a hanger. I didn't add a hanger, so. And then I just added a bow to the center, and I am going to add just a couple small pieces of greenery right underneath the bow. And that's it. How stinking adorable. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Now I have this picture I got from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. It's got an anchor on the back. Anyway, or on the front. I took the hangers off the back, and now I'm taking some white Waverly chalk paint and a chippy brush and just very lightly going over it. Then I cut out Winter Wonderland using my Cricut, and I didn't want them to be to the left. I wanted them to be centered, and I didn't do that in Design Space, so I had to do it manually. There you go. Now I have these little gloves I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am just going to hot glue them like on top of each other, crisscrossy kind of, as you can see here. Once they're all glued down, I'm taking those picks, those pine picks, and I just cut some of them apart, and I'm just kind of placing them wherever I think they're going to look good. Then I'm going to take some holly leaves from one of those rings for the candles. I cut them apart, and I'm just going to place them kind of wherever I think they're going to look good. Then I took a big pine cone and put that in the center. That came off one of those candle rings as well. And then some more of these white berries, which also came off that candle ring. And I'm just placing them kind of wherever I see fit. And then I'm taking some more of those snowflakes. There's like a billion of them in each bag, and I used them all winter or all throughout the Christmas season so far. Can't say all winter. I mean, really, like, isn't today the first day of winter? Anyway, I'm rambling. So I'm using both size snowflakes, and then I take some more of those little white berries and just kind of place them around. Then I have one of these bows from the Dollar Tree. There's like 6 on a, or 8 on a package or whatever. Used one of those, and that's it for this one. I love this one so much. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, now I have one of these wood rounds from Michaels, and I took my white Waverly chalk paint and went around the inside only. Then I used my Cricut and wrote out, "Oh, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord." And I am just adding that to the round. Once I get it all centered, well, as best I can. My eyes might be a little off, but you know, I'm getting old. What can I say? Anyway, I found this beautiful blue and gold ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's gorgeous, guys. So I cut off 2 strips and I'm just making 2 loops. I'm going to stack them on top of each other, squeeze it in the center, wrap some jute around it, and then of course wrap a piece of one of the ribbons around it to hide the jute. And then I'm just going to hot glue it right in the center. And then I take some of this greenery with the little white berries on it, and I hot glue 2 pieces, one under each side of the bow. Then I'm going to take a piece of this ribbon and I am going to make a hanger with it. So what I end up doing is I end up cutting the piece and then I fold it in half because it's kind of wide. I kind of do it the long way. So I just did the ends here, but then I ended up going around and hot gluing the rest of it. So word to the wise, learn from my mistakes, just fold it all and do it all at once instead of trying to go back and do it again. Anyways, it all works out in the end. That's it for this one. I absolutely love this. The ribbon is everything. Let me know what you guys think. So I have another wood piece from Michaels. I did the same thing. I painted just the inside with the Waverly white chalk paint. I found this image on Cricut Design Space. It says, "The stars in the sky look down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay." And I thought it was beautiful. So I cut it out, I added it to this piece of wood, and then I made a bow using the same the 2 ribbons with the blue and the gold, only I reversed the way they sit. Anyway, then I added some greenery and a hanger. And that's pretty much it. I didn't fold this hanger, like I just left it. It's normal width. Oh man. I don't know, guys. These compilations they get the best of me, I think. But anyway, how beautiful. How beautiful is this? Let me know what you guys think. So I have this vase that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I am going to cover the vase with the Mod Podge. I do this in 3 steps. So it took a little bit of time, and I wanted to leave a window, so you'll notice that I missed a spot. It was an intentional thing. So anyway, I add some Mod Podge, and then I add some of that diamond dust, and I do it all around the vase minus that little window I want to keep. And then once it's covered, I have this design that I cut out using my Cricut. It says Silent Night, Holy Night. And I added that where the window is. And then I'm taking some of that diamond dust and I'm adding it to the bottom of the vase along with a candle. And that's it for this one. How beautiful. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think. This one's super simple. So I have this blank from Michael's, and it's already painted white, so I didn't even have to do that. I cut out the words Winter Wonderland, and then I found this image on Design Space with the trees. I had to duplicate it and like line it up and everything, but I added that and I cut along where the slats of wood are. And then I took this green and black gingham ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and I wrapped it around both sides of this piece of wood. And then I made 2 little bows with that same gingham ribbon, and I just hot glued them into place, and that was it for this one. But how beautiful. Like, it was so easy, but so beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Now I have this round that I got from Dollar Tree. I painted the inside with the Waverly ink, and then I cut out this image that was in Cricut Design Space. And I just added it to the center of this round. Now I have this yarn that I got from Walmart, and I just needed the white pieces. I know this is crazy, but I wanted to cover up the lights. So I'm using the fairy lights. I go around the inside twice, and then I hot glue the battery pack to the back of the round. Then I am going to take the white yarn only, and I'm going to go around the inside over the lights just to cover the copper color of the lights, the wire for the lights. Oh my good grief. Then I'm going to take that same green and black gingham ribbon, and I'm going to make a double bow. So I cut 2 strips, and I am going to lay them on top of each other and tie them in the center with the jute, and then I cover the jute like I always do, and I'm going to hot glue that right to the top. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable. In case you can't tell what it is, it's a moose. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this was a wood blank from Michael's, and I used that aged pine from Folk Art on it. And I went right over the vinyl that I put on. I did the same with these little wood Christmas trees I got from Woodpecker's Crafts, and then I dry brushed them with the white. So I took all of that vinyl off. Now you can see the green Christmas. Then I I had some little wooden tiles, and I painted those green as well. And then I cut out Mary, and I put one letter on each tile on each tree, as you can see there. And then I'm hot gluing all of the trees to the top part of this sign. And then once I have those all glued down, I do use wood glue and hot glue. I am going to embellish the sign with some greenery from the Dollar Tree and from Walmart. And I do that in between the Merry and the Christmas, as you can see here. And then I am going to make a bow. So this ribbon has like a gray edge to it, but it's black and red. And so I folded over the gray. I didn't want it showing. And I just made the ribbon with the red and black showing. And then I took some of the little berries and I glued one to the top of each tree. I think this sign came out so adorable. My son really likes this one, and he doesn't usually tell me he likes anything, so I take that as a compliment. Let me know what you guys think. So now I have one of these long chalkboard signs from the Target dollar spot, and I have some of the wood stars from Woodpecker's Crafts. So I painted those with the brushed gold, and then I cut out these the words using my Cricut. Oh my word. And it says Jesus Christ is born. So I did Christ on the stars, and then the Jesus is born on either end of the board. And then I'm taking some of the smaller, like champagne colored poinsettias, and I think there's 8 of them, and I take 4 and 4 on each side. I hot glue the greenery to the back of the poinsettias because I'm taking all of that plasticky stuff off so that they lay flat. And I hot glue 4 and 4, like I said. Then I found this beautiful ribbon at Michael's last year, 90% off. Lots of glitter as well. I make a beautiful bow, and that's it for this one. It's so gorgeous. I love this one. Let me know what you guys think. So I bought these nesting trays from Woodpecker's Crafts, and the little Nativity miniatures, and then one of these, well, it's a 2-pack of cutting boards, but it doesn't matter because I don't end up using those anyways. So, and then I have these bamboo sticks that I got off of Amazon. They will be in my storefront. So I am attempting to make a manger. I think I did pretty good overall. So I'm just using my miter shears and cutting up one of these sticks. And I make my little manger. Then I'm just taking all of the little figurines and I am hot gluing them where I think they should be. I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but that's what I did. Then I take some more of those fairy lights and I run them around the inside of the box twice, and then I hot glue the battery pack to the back side of the nesting box. Now, as you'll see here, the cutting boards were not clear enough to work. I thought the lights would be bright enough, but they weren't. So I took the wrapper from the cutting board and I hot glued it. Yes, I hot glued it to the box on all four sides, and I just pulled it taut and it worked. I was surprised. I thought it would melt through, but it didn't. So then I am taking some more of those bamboo sticks, and I am using them as a frame. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable. Let me know what you guys think. Now I got these ornaments from Woodpecker's Crafts. I am a Woodpecker's Crafts ambassador, and yeah, so they sent me some stuff, which I am very appreciative. So I used my white Waverly chalk paint, the crimson, the what other colors did I use? Green. I used a green one, and then a gold one. That's what I did. So brushed gold and the aged pine. So I decided I wanted to make like a bunch, like a bundle of them. So I hot glued them all together, and then I took some of my rub-on transfers and I just added them to all of the ornaments. So once I got all of the transfers on, I had some of these geometric beads. So I just took 4 of them and I hot glued one to each of the ornaments to help it stand up. And then I painted them the same color as the ornament themselves. And that's it. I think it's super adorable. I love this so much. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for such an amazing 2022. I look forward to another amazing year in 2023. I hope you all enjoy this special time of year with your family and friends. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I will see you soon.